Epic nights in the NBA. Welcome, one and all, to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well, there are no more Dikembe Mutombos.
Oh, that was very impressive.
Thank you, Ernie. Not as many shot-blocking centers in the league now. That might have slowed things down a little. Offense rules the game. I wish Dikembe was still here so he can go, no, 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 Ernie.
How about if I play you and you play Dikembe?
No.
Mr. Mutombo, I really like the way you played the game, but I like it when you used to wave your finger.
Well, thank you, Ernie. Everything good. Shaq threw 2 elbows in my face. I think he called it elbow sandwich.
Well, I'll be you, Ernie. Hey, so Kevin Harlan, we're going to go courtside with you, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really confused now.
I'm not.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Davis is out there with Silk, and there's Bottoms, and it's Caboclo in at the 1. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record? And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That All-Star Game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
He used that pick just right. Silk's got his first points of the game.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star Game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combine for 48 threes.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in. That's good. Thomas got 5 points so far.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30. So that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane. And really, that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
Here's Abdul Rahim. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Now the East All-Stars with it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Whittington. James covering. Whittington kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5 to the middle. Whittington gets the bucket.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And you know, this game, yeah, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance. And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
It's rebounded by the West.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, you know, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting the huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
Bottom's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Bullock. Pass to Thomas. Bullock dishes to Whittington. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show. I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And they're running. Throws it up high. Bottoms the pass to Silk. An easy 2 points on the layup. Silk's got his second bucket. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
West All-Stars shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. No good on that one. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the '88 Slam Dunk Contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night? So just so many great memories from this event.
Bullock, good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Here's Slim. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Kyle and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball?
Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
Talking to Coach, he said that this is one of the few times he's not had to worry about defense hitting into a game. Coach said, it's nice knowing that the more scoring there is, the better it is for the game. And the better it is for us, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of. And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Here's Bosch. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
And here are the East All-Stars now after the missed three from Damian Lillard. And that one's good, Griffin.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here is Slim. For the three. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. West All-Stars out in front, up by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
We've got Harden. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
And what a show Russell Westbrook put on a year ago at the All-Star game. I mean, you could tell early on that he was looking to take over and leave his mark. And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here are the East All-Stars, trailing by 4. It's Harden with the drive. It's deflected, but they recover it. Right side, Westbrook, just 5 to shoot. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Westbrook. Harden has a wide open look. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 8 points for James Harden.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Here's Silk. From downtown. And it's James Harden with the rebound. And here are the East All-Stars now. And it's blocked by Curry. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. East with the ball, moving it up. Here's Harden. Second chance shot. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Curry. Here's Huffman. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
From deep, Harden. Another miss by Harden.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And 12 points for Bottoms.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
3 on 3. The 3. But they'll get another chance. Huffman. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And now it's an 8-point West All-Star lead.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Harden with it. 8 points for him. Tavares. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Here's Huffman. Misses the 3.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Shoots it up. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
That ties the game. 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
New players in now for the East. Here's Caboclo. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Good. Bullock's got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. Pass to Bullock. Picked by Griffin. Here's Bullock. 6 points for him. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And he gets it to go. And here is Thomas. Now here's Grant. And Thomas has it in the corner. He kicks to Griffin. Kept alive. Rejected by Randolph. Now the dish to Gasol. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. James, the pass to Caboclo. There's 1:26 left in the first half. From the top of the key, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Wash comes in for Blake Griffin, and it's Bairstow in for Thomas. Here's Caboclo. He's got 11. Now the pass to Slim. Can't get it to go. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Grant dishes to Bullock. Kicks it to Gasol. The fader. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Slim. He dishes it to Cousins. No coverage that time.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Caboclo. Here's Slim, and he hits the jump shot. Slim's got 10. 6 seconds left in the second quarter. There's Bairstow, drills the three-pointer.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. West All-Stars lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. This arena is packed, and the energy in the building, obvious. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing and fun weekend. This year's All-Star action is no different. And on top of all that, we've got a competitive matchup underway. Both East and West All-Stars this year looking primed to put on a real show in the second half that could go down to the wire. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final two quarters.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. We've got Davis. He's out there with Silk, and it's Caboclo in at the point guard.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here. Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Thomas kicks to Whittington. Here's Bullock. They grab their own miss. Whittington gets the bucket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Bottoms. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And that's a foul called on Bottoms. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And Thomas, here we go. Whittington, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Thomas. Feeds it to Bullock. Outside for Thomas.
You got to look to move the ball inside more, I think. The three isn't there like it was in the first half, so you got to be able to show some balance in your offense. If the three's not there, take what the defense gives you.
Passes to Bottoms. The shot hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Thomas. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. That's good. He's got 7. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Reggie Bullock.
And you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
But they recover it. Tries again, and he gets it to go. 16 points for Bottoms.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
No good.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Here's Antetokounmpo, rebounded by Anthony. The West All-Stars with the ball. Out to the right wing. From about 19 feet, the shot is good off the backboard. 16 points for Silk.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
To end the run, Stokes with the rebound. Stokes has got his 3rd rebound on the night. From deep. East grabs the miss. Whittington's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Russell Westbrook. And that one is stuffed right through.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And Thomas, here we go. Lillard left side. The pass to Bottoms. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the West All-Stars.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Bairstow's checked in. The West also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Stokes. LeBron comes in for Silk. And it's Caboclo in for Lillard.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Fast break, here they come. Here's Bairstow, covered by LeBron. Whittington, no good. Pass to Caboclo. He feeds it to Cousins. Anthony kicks to LeBron. Just 3 to shoot. Caboclo, the pass to Cousins. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cousins has got 5.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Here's Whittington. Rebound by Anthony. And it's the West All-Stars ball. They're on a 15-5 run.
Yeah, and you know, Melo voted into the All-Star game last year, played in front of the home crowd in New York. In a lot of ways, what must have been a dream come true for him.
For three, Westbrook, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Caboclo. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Are you kidding? I mean, this is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Chris Bosh has checked in for the East. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Here's Caboclo. He's covered by Grant. Griffin with the steal. Grant outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Bairstow. The 17-footer goes down. Bairstow's got 7. Slim passes to Randolph. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the East. The West All-Stars shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw drops for Randolph. And here are the East All-Stars now. 9-point game. Grant kicks to Rose. Outside Griffin. Dishes it to Bosh. Puts up the baby hook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The East All-Stars have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Both free throws good from Bosh. 40 seconds left in the third. Here's Caboclo. He's covered by Grant. From the wing. Some solid defense from Grant. 23 seconds left in the third. Here's Caboclo. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Now Rose. And there's the feed to Grant. And no good trying to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the West All-Stars up 9 at Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
They've got Pau Gasol. Thomas is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Reggie Bullock. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. The East All-Stars on offense. They trail by 11. And he lobs it up. Deflects the pass. Davis against Thomas. Tavares. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Caboclo, the pass to Bottoms. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. And the East with some changes. Whittington's checked in. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here's Caboclo. 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Thomas kicks to Bullock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bullock. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Right wing. Caboclo, the pass to Bottoms. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Bottoms got the lead up to 13 now for the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars call time here. It's been quite a game for Bottoms.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Tipped away. Thomas with the ball. He kicks to Bullock. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Bullock's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Tavares fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Caboclo. Passes it to Bottoms. From past the arc. The shot no good. Good D by Thomas. Bullock kicks to Thomas. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Whittington, shot is no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Caboclo. He's guarded by Thomas. And that basket is in from Caboclo.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Every All-Star game, you can count on it. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
I'm not really sure. I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
On defense, the West All-Stars. Bullock dishes to Thomas. Tavares. This one for three. And it's Bullock missing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Thomas passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Bullock, powered down with both hands.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just the take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Bullock with the rebound. Silk's gone 2 of 7 from the arc. Thomas goes in, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Count the bucket.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Caboclo. There's the pass to Bottoms. Clock at 6. Here's Caboclo. No points there. 9 for 14 in field goals for better than 60% this game. And Thomas, here we go. Bullock, good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 8th assist in the game.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
From the wing, and that basket is in from Caboclo. Caboclo's got 10 points here in the second half. Outside, Antetokounmpo. The dish to Whittington. Lets it go from 11. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Antetokounmpo. Here's Caboclo. Great D that time from Thomas. And here's the East. To the inside. Whittington kicks to Bullock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Here's Caboclo. Drops one in from the wing. Caboclo's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They trail by 4. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Whittington. Back to Thomas. He dishes it to Whittington. Great D that time from Davis.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Pass to Bullock, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And that basket is in from Caboclo.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Bullock. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Caboclo. And powered down the jam.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And for the West, that's 2 All-Star victories in a row and 5 wins in the last 6 years. It's been a dominant decade in this event for the Western Conference. Probably a fitting illustration, guys, of where the majority of the talent is in the league these days.
Incredibly deep, you're right, and it shows year after year. Well, we hope everyone's enjoyed
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And this year's All-Star Game, another classic in a long history of tremendous All-Star Games. And we've got some highlights to show you of one performer tonight who stood out, earning the honors of All-Star Game MVP. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. He had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid